You better not do the voice on your own tag. Yeah, it better be.
This nigga in the studio with
This sound like the music that be playing when somebody called the radio station and need some advice.
Yeah.
We got the phone lines wide open right now. Hit us up. Tell us if you're gonna leave your boo for April Fool's Day. We got tickets to the Usher concert coming up at the 3 o'clock hour. Traffic jam with my girl, Moni Love.
Brought to you by attorney Big Al.
Make sure you stop by Big Al's Rib Shack and get your taxes done. Legal work, barbershop, pet grooming, car wash,
Kitty bar.
titty bar. Make sure you stay tuned. We got some tickets to go see my girl, Lil Mama. She's gonna be in New Jersey. We know you don't live in New Jersey, but we're gonna give away those tickets to see Lil Mama coming up at the 4 o'clock hour. Make sure you stay tuned. Got my man Big Frank Steele gonna be coming up with the 6 o'clock traffic jam to get you home. I don't know why I'm telling you this. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Waiting on everybody to get up.
What makes this little mama?
We're giving away those tickets to see Little Mama.
With a new smash hit, Sausage.
Hell yeah. You'll take a radio job?
Huh?
You take a radio job? Had to get up
It
every
depends
morning?
on the check and the time.
I wanted one.
You don't though. Once you start looking into it, I didn't know the niggas ain't get paid like that.
You get pissed off too fast.
I do.
You get pissed off too fast. I feel like if you had a sweet deal where they gave you some money up front and you could kind of lean on the money to keep them going off, you might be all right.
Yeah.
But if you just got to work dollar for dollar, you ain't gonna make it.
The money gotta be coming in.
Yeah, you don't even love music like that.
I don't.
You don't love it. You like this shit, but
Yeah.
you don't love it.
Yeah,
That ain't your passion. You got to be able to.
I just want to be somewhere where I can just talk shit. You know, that's
My thing is, even
You'll get in
like
trouble
if I
for
had to
saying
get a
shit.
job
That's
again,
probably why I didn't get it.
would never get a job where I can only make money at work. You get what I'm saying? Like if I got a job, it'd have to be some shit that I got good at that I can do like on my off day.
when you want to do it.
Like, yeah, I'll be the cable man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. Like
Yeah.
if you need me to come through and turn that shit back on,
Yeah,
I
ain't-
need something I can hustle with
You ain't
outside.
on,
the
you
work
ain't on
hours.
nobody's schedule.
Don't never give me no, you got all the money I'm gonna make it gonna come from y'all? That's for hell no.
What's the worst job you ever had?
The worst job I ever had, let me think. Cause I don't know. Maybe a dishwasher cause I don't like being wet.
No, my foot still got some goddamn fungus on it from when I washed dishes, nigga.
Damn,
that shit used to be so goddamn.
You need some extra strength type shit.
Nigga, that shit don't matter.
Nigga.
I'm talking about day in, day out, nigga.
But the hardest job,
This is where though?
I was watching
steakhouse.
it, my shit was so it was a Boston market, but it was a special concept where they had like an eat-in restaurant. They had like fancier food, but they had hella dishes in that bitch, bro. Them motherfuckers used to. Dog, I went off on them motherfuckers one day, cause motherfuckers, like, they had the waiters and shit, and them motherfuckers would just pile the shit up. Like, man, organize this shit, bro. Y'all, these niggas really trying to make a tower. A bitch will come in and look at me and put something. I'm like, bitch, what are you doing? And dog, one day I knocked that shit over, bro. Like, I seen her do it, I said, yum. They was like, stop piling it so high. They started fussing at them. And I was like, bro, I'm not the one putting them in here. All I do is put them in this motherfucker.
I was the only one. It was a little dish room where it's just like a little
The
four
dish
corner
pit.
joint. Yeah, it's like a little pit. And then they stick the shit in the window. So the window will get all backed up and shit. Shit be falling on the floor. Then you got this big ass sink full of food chunks and shit. But the hardest job I ever had was being a fucking laborer for like bricklayers. That was the hardest job I ever had.
Oh, yeah.
Hard than a motherfucker from sun up to sundown, nigga. Your hands be so fucked up when you leave, you could take it like this and just rub everything off your shirt, like shirt lint.
Nigga.
Shit was
Washing
fucked up.
dishes, though.
Then you breaking up these pallets of bricks, right? And they outside. They been sitting out here for weeks.
Just
they
making the goddamn
'cause they
something.
got 20 fucking houses that they want brick. So they dropping off all the different colors of bricks. Now you opening this shit up. It's snakes in that motherfucker. Then half the pallet broke. All these motherfuckers heavy. Every time a brick hit you, nigga, his skin coming off.
Oh yeah, they coming off.
Every time.
It's coming
that
off.
ain't even the worst shit. Is taking the concrete. This shit heavy as a motherfucker, bro. This shit got to be 200, 300 pounds, it feel like. A wheelbarrow full of fucking concrete.
The quick creep before you wet it.
Man, 15, 16, 17,
That what it was, the quick creep before you wet it.
No, nigga, this is mixed.
Oh, it's already done. Oh, okay.
And you got to take this shit. It's been raining. It's mud every fucking well.
This is how you know the job was bad, but did you have
Then you
nightmares?
gotta hold up.
Did you have nightmares? Did you have nightmares?
You was still at work? Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you gotta. So
That's how you know a job bad. You ain't never had a nightmare? I don't ever want to hear about you talking about you had no
Now,
bad
this shit
job.
2 stories
You ever
high.
nightmare?
So after they do the first shit where they, arm her, then you gotta put all these scaffolds up. Then you gotta take the concrete, make the shit, put it in the wheelbarrow, put it in a bucket, hand this shit up. This another 70 pounds. Do this shit about 10 times.
What they were paying you, though?
Nigga, I think this might have been $20 an hour, but straight cash though.
Oh, that was
Shit, but nigga, the amount of work.
That was good.
I told you, I was 14, 15, 16 doing this shit.
that shit when
I'm
they got-
at work with grown-ass men with real problems. These niggas get drunk
Work
after
program.
work.
They eat
One of these
tons. They got
motherfuckers
to
ain't
do that
coming.
shit.
It's all on me. I got to make this shit, move it over here, fill it up, set the scaffolds up, load up the truck, get the tools, scrape this shit off. Man, that shit, they work the shit out of me, man.
They overwork your.
I had to work with this old drunk nigga named Screwball, right?
That sounds like some shit a screwball.
Bro, one day, Screwball had this little short lady that she had to be about 400 pounds. He loved it to death. He came home one day, somebody was putting big old country dick in him.
Ooh.
Oh, man, he
Jody?
was hurt. Hey, Screwball so fucked up. He drinking the tall.
We'll lick you up.
He got a tall bottle of some shit, the cheapest shit they sell at the liquor store. He just reaching in the window all day drinking this shit, telling me about it. I'm 15, I got my own problem. He said, man, you ever just wanted to, man, I just miss her, man. I miss her little round ass, man. I was like, great. He came home, his bread man was putting thing off and whooped his ass with a fucking jack iron. That man had 4.
Whoa, who got the ass with a screwball? God
He came home and the man was fucking his lady and whooped his ass with a
Then
jack
went back to
iron.
fucking her.
He had about 200 stitches in his arm. Man had hit. He tried to put his arm up. Man, that busted whole shit.
can't do that well.
Screwball at work with one arm. I'm like, man, you might well stay at the fucking house. You ain't doing shit but getting drunk and making me cry.
Bro, you get your ass whooped after you fucking, and he going back to fucking after you whoop your ass.
Of course.
He not leaving.
Hell no.
You have to leave.
That's your.
What you think that nigga gonna whoop your ass and then be like, and don't be here when I get back?
That's his house now.
No.
Don't slam my goddamn door.
That nigga done whooped your ass and told you, all right now, you can stay. But ain't gonna be all that hollering and shit. Don't get on there back to fucking your old ass.
Get on that blood on my road.
This is probably like verbally, this probably one of the coolest jobs I ever had. For about 2 summers though, I did lay some pipe. I did.
Clarify this.
I was a pipe layer. I used to run a pipe threading machine and I used to lay pipe.
How you was discovering these jobs? The 15, 16, we were robbing and shooting. You know what I'm saying?
I'm from a small town.
I'm from a small town too. Listening to you.
I'm talking about you can't even get away with no shit like that. I'm talking about the moment your crime career started, they would have called
going
and
to
said,
jail.
Karlous got a gun. I wouldn't even got to use the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Well, the generation, all my uncles and shit was like criminals and thugs and gangsters. They did all the shooting and the murdering and robbing and shit.
Yeah.
So I was protected. I couldn't have got into the street life if I wanted to.
Yeah.
I tried, but it didn't work.
I'm telling you, I would have had to go somewhere else to actually be in some street shit. That was,
Yeah.
my name was
What
too
town
hot.
is it?
I'm from Oxford,
I ain't never heard of that.
Mississippi.
What's the
Ole Miss. You ever heard of
Oh,
Ole
yeah,
Miss?
for sure.
That's where Ole Miss is located. I'm from the hard
I didn't
ass
want to be
city.
in the street life. I just wanted the money.
I
that
wanted
came with
to try it.
I wanted to, I wanted to look like I'm not doing that shit.
Nigga. See, I
and
grew
get that shit.
I grew
out.
up so soft, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to try to prove myself. So I got out and I started trying to hang with some niggas. I never forget. I knew I ain't had no business trying to be no thug when I was picking the game by what colors they were. See, I like black.
You like the black?
Yeah, I like black, so I was gonna go with the GDs or whatever.
Yeah.
Man, I'm hanging with these motherfuckers. They give me a 90-day probation and gonna tell me, okay, now we gotta jump you in. And they thought
The G's want to jump in.
they thought for 6 minutes.
That's it.
Shit. Boy, I gave them they bent down the back so goddamn fast. That's when I started buying pistols. I said,
So what, they just let you, so if you say, nah, I don't want to jump in,
you ain't got no fucking choice. I left.
That's what I'm saying. My town was too small. We ain't had no gangs. We just had niggas who didn't like
That's what I'm saying. That's what it was. So why y'all want to jump me in? I know all y'all ain't been initiated. Y'all just see a little nigga and want to try to beat him up. Y'all, fuck y'all. I ain't by myself. So I start doing shit that you do by yourself, like selling crack.
See, we just
Don't
did
need a bunch.
neighborhood shit like that. Everybody got jumped. It was just fucked up when it was your turn. But it made us stronger. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that nigga birthday. Like, you ain't want to be around nobody you knew on your birthday.
Oh, that
Older cousins and shit like that.
My neighborhood used to be like that. Everybody fought everybody, I say until about 9th grade.
Are you from a small town too?
No, I'm just from, my family from Pensacola originally. So when I came up here, like down there in Pensacola, that shit was normal too. You fight everybody, goddamn it, and you know what I'm saying?
neighborhood fight.
Motherfucker just come up, I bet I can beat you. At what? Racing?
Yeah, we weren't doing that in our town. We were popping. We were shooting for. I shot 2 people by the time I was 15 years old.
God damn.
You did what now?
I had shot 2 people by the time I was 15.
Where you
God
from?
damn.
But how old are you?
Springfield. I'm 36.
And can we talk about
You a
this?
little young.
Yeah, this what he did.
Springfield, Illinois?
No,
Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I done
You don't know? Oh, I forgot to tell y'all before we even get into this shit. You know how y'all be telling me to stay off social media and shit?
Yeah.
Now I be scrolling late night after the shows and shit, just watching all kind of interesting shit. Came across one of the most interesting niggas I ever watched on social media. This nigga got the craziest stories. This nigga's been locked up. He done shot niggas. He done had to do all the shit that a nigga didn't want to do.
I see you wrote a book.
Nigga wrote 4 of them.
Yeah.
He ain't even got started yet. Man, motherfucker done racked up millions of views on TikTok and YouTube and shit like that. So I reached out to him, quite entertaining. I was like, bruh, this the type of shit that we be sitting back talking about, man. So I had to get him to come in here and talk some of his shit in person, in the trap on the 85 South show. None other than Joe T.
What up, though?
Joe T. Baker, a.k.a. Boo Baker.
What you said? Not real talk, though, man.
Officially welcome to the 85 South show. I reached out and I told you I was gonna get you on here, man. You gotta tell your story, bro. I feel like the people need to hear it.
I want to hear that shit. He done took 2 out by how old you said? 15?
I had shot 2 people by the time I was 15.
Yeah, see, I gotta hear this.
Yeah.
Start from the ground up.
Take us all the way to the beginning.
All the way to the beginning?
Yeah.
Well, how you want us, where you want us to jump in at and just...
First of all, give yourself an intro. Let all your fans and followers know.
So boom, y'all already know.
There you go, right
there. Y'all already know what time it is. She got, man. But man, it started out. You know, my mama dated the biggest dope boy in the city. You know what I'm saying? Me and my brother, young age. You know what I'm saying? They used to fight a lot. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know what dope was. You know what I'm saying? And then one day we ended up playing around in the kitchen and went in the pantry. He had them bricks in there. My brother knew what. You know what I'm saying? My brother ended up jumping in the streets, got locked up. And when he got locked up, it's just me. So I started jumping in the streets. By that time, I started hearing about my dad, and my dad was GD. My dad was running penitentiary. Like, he was what they call a 9 tray. You know what I'm saying? Over the whole institution. So by that time, my brother had came out. He had heard about my brother was trying to sell dope. So he ended up giving my brother a plug. So my brother ended up coming home. Yeah. So by the time my brother was 16, 17, he probably had $250,000. Like, I can literally go, like, real talk. Like, I can go lift up under the bed before I'm finna go to school. I'll take 100 out of head one, you know what I'm saying? He don't even know it's missing. Yeah, that was before I started selling dope, because I always wanted to rob. But I told him I had more money than you from just hitting one lick. And he used to tell me, man, don't be doing that, because it'll mess up his money. You know what I'm saying? Because didn't nobody want to buy dope from him because of me.
Oh, so they knew you were the motherfucker doing the road.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So you about-faced?
I would, yeah. It's a small town. Like, everybody know what's going on. Everybody know what's going on. But everybody know what's going on. Yeah.
About facing out, get up.
Yeah.
You know what it is.
I was robbing dudes and selling them their own dope back. Like, I had several stories like it. Ran to somebody's house. He called, here it is with me, hit him for like 7.5 ounces. He called me, man, boo, they saying you got my work. I said, man, I ain't got the work, you know what I'm saying? But I ended up pulling up on him at his mama's house because he kept saying it. I was like, I ain't got the work, but I'll sell you some work. He was like, well, what you gonna sell me a 4.5 for? 32.5. Sold him his own work right there at his mama's house. He knew it was at work. But that's the beginning of the story, man. It was just crazy. Like, once I started getting locked up, the first time I got locked up, we broke in somebody's house. We stole like $1,500. And then my homeboy, my cousin, he ended up telling. We got locked up.
Did he get
Wait,
caught?
hold on. He got caught?
Yeah, he got caught. Yeah, he got caught.
I was about to say,
he got
man,
caught.
was it his
Cause the people's house that we broke in, he was in foster care. He was staying with them people. You know what I'm saying? Around the holiday, like he know where they keep their money at. Like he knew everything. So he telling us he got some clothes over there that he needed to go get. But when we get there, we come to find out we finna break in. We finna take the money. So we go straight to the money. And so when they call the police, they say it's only one person that know where we keep this money around this time. They go get him. He told on, you know what I'm saying, me and my homeboy, we ended up getting locked up. Did 5 months, 5 days. I got out, stayed out a couple of months. I started stealing cars, got locked up again. I did 10 months that time, went to a YDC. It's like a baby penitentiary. So after I got out that time, I ended up staying out like probably not even a year. I caught my first case, the attempted murder case. I think I was 16 going on 17. Shot a dude 3 times with a chopper. And I ended up going on a high-speed chase on that situation. And while I was on a high-speed chase, I jump out the car. I'm running, I pass out. Well, I don't pass out, my body shut down. Like I'm literally, I get away from the police. I'm looking at the police run towards me. Like I'm literally sitting here talking to myself like, why I can't move? I thought I was paralyzed. They ended up taking me to the hospital. And the doctor said I was low on potassium and water. So they gave me some bananas and gave me some water. And I'm sitting in there literally, homie, and the police rolled the dude that I shot on the stretcher. Like he rolled through, butt up in the air. He rolled through. They stopped him at the door. They said, is this the man that shot you? He was like, man, I don't know who shot me. I said, man, I'm finna get up out of here then. So I stand up and the police like, nah, you finna go to jail. I said, I can't go to jail. He like, are you going to jail? I said, I'm on 17, you have to take me back to juvie. So they end up taking me back to juvie. I escaped out of jail on that on the attempted murder case. I wasn't there 3 days. I escaped out of juvie, stayed on the run for maybe about a month or two, came to the A. I was out here robbing people in the A. Like, we had a truck, I had stole a... Look. Now, look, check this out.
Shit, man, you already illegal.
Look, we had
What you gonna do, square up now?
Man, we literally driving down the highway in the A, like, blocking the whole street out, jumping out, barefaced, like just robbing people, taking their wallets. We did it for about 2 hours. Went on a high-speed chase out here and got away.
What year was this?
Let me see, I was about 16, 17 at the time. Let me see, I caught the 10th murder case at 17 going on 18 because I got bound over. So I was 17. Whatever year that was, that probably about, let me see, I went to the penitentiary in 2007. So I say about 2004, 2005. About 2004, 2005. Because I did a year on the nose for that case. I got locked up January 5th. I got locked up November 16th. I escaped. I got caught January 5th.
Bro, how you keep pulling off these great escapes, man?
Look.
That's what I was gonna say. You lost it past it.
All right.
You lost past it, and I got another escape story.
The first escape, I don't know if you've seen the first Choice Johnny story. Where I told him I was hearing stuff and seeing stuff. I was at the mental hospital. All right, so on the 10th murder case, they take me to this place in Rutherford County. It's like, it's in Rutherford County. It's like, Murfreesboro. Yeah, real talk. It's like a jail. They got the bars and everything in there. So when I get there, I got braids on the top, I got my plaits in the back, got my grill in and all that. You don't supposed to have none of that. So the lady pulled me in the room, and she was like, you gonna have to take your grill out, you gonna have to take your hair down. And I've been locked up 4 or 5 times there. I know the procedure, like I know how it go. I'm like, man, I ain't doing none of that. Like what you gonna do? And she go and get 2 big dudes, they come back in there. I was like, man, I ain't taking my hair down. So when they come walking toward me, I said, man, I'm hearing voices. They said, do what? I said, I'm hearing voices. Because I already know what time it is. I'm finna try to play crazy to get out of the situation. She was like, I'll tell you what, you come here, you come to this back room with me. So when they go in the back room, they put me in this little bit of, just enough for me to walk a little bit back and forth. And I sit in there and I was like, man, what I'm finna tell these folks? I was like, man, I'm finna tell these folks I'm hearing voices. I come up with everything I'm finna say. I'm talking about fake crying, everything. The lady come back around the corner. I'm crying too. She said, what's wrong with you? I told her I was hearing voices. So they call them mobile crisis. When mobile crisis get there, they gotta put shackles on me to bring me out the room. So they got shackles on my legs, they got shackles on my legs and my arm. So when I come out of the cell, they walk me to the back and it's a bar, it's a metal bar between, you know what I'm saying, my shackles. So when I'm sitting there and I'm rocking my legs, so it's, dramatic effect me, you know what I'm saying? So as I'm sitting there and the lady answering me all these questions, I'm telling her, you know what I'm saying, I hear my granddaddy, you know what I'm saying, my granddaddy passed away. I'm telling her all this old stuff and she tell me, well, I ain't gonna send you to Middle Tennessee tonight. So when she said, I said, what is Middle Tennessee?
Crazy shit.
Yeah, she said it's a mental health facility about 15 minutes from here. They house boys and girls. You know what I'm saying? You go up there, you get medicated, we'll get approved by the judge and this and that. And I said, what kind of facility is it? She said, it's like a hospital. So in my head, I'm thinking, okay, that ain't a juvie, 9 times 10, the doors, I could probably move around. So the next day hit, I pulled the same move. And they had to put an emergency transfer on me to send me to Middle Tennessee. As soon as I get there, they put me in the cell with this dude, they call him a cutter. Like he got literally cuts all up his entire body.
Cut himself.
Little white boy, I'm talking about 5'5". And I walk in, it's about 11 o'clock at night when I walk in. As soon as I walk in, he jumped straight up. He said, hey, how you doing? I kind of looked at him, I looked at his whole head and his boxers. Like he literally got cuts on his toes and everything. And I said, man, what's up? He said, what are you here for? I said, he think he got a friend. He think I'm, I said, man, I be hearing voices. He said, oh, really? I said, yeah, I be hearing. He said, well, what did these voices be? So at this point, I'm thinking, I gotta go on and bust the move because I don't know if he gonna tell, you know what I'm saying? So I started telling him all of this stuff and he just sitting there, he was like, oh, wow. And so by the time I lay down, I hear him on his bed, he raised up and he say, I'm gonna kill you tonight, Joe. And my back is to him. I'm looking at the wall, but when he stand up, I can see his shadow on my wall. So I'm laying there, he was like, I'm gonna kill you tonight, Joe. And I said, man, I'm finna have to whoop this white boy in here. And he get closer to me. By the time he leaned over me, he said, Joe. I said, shh. He said, what is it? He changed the whole voice he got on. He said, what's going on? He said, can you hear voices? I said, shh. And he went right back to it. He said, I'm gonna kill you tonight, Joe. And he leaned over me. I grabbed my pillow, turned around, grabbed his face, and smothered him in the pillow. By the time I let him go, he said, oh my God. I said, man, I'm sorry, man. He said, we gotta get up in the morning at 8 o'clock. We gotta go to breakfast. And he ran the whole thing down to me.
Your ass ain't going.
But after he did that, we go to breakfast, then we went to recess. While we at recess, it's a dude in there who had a handcuff key. And we playing ball, like we hooping, like the little white boy, he mad, like he imaginary shooting the ball. And when we sit down, dude was like, man, I'm finna get up out of here. He just pulled a key out. And I said, where you get that at? He was like, man, it's my only one. I said, man, you need to let me have that. I said, for them folk come and get me. He like, nah, I can't give you the key. And my caseworker, John, he knew, like I had an escape history. So as soon as they told him I got transferred, he figured that's what I was trying to do. So he come up there, he pulled me in the room, he was like, man, you not crazy. I'm finna get these folks to discharge you right now. So I go in the day room, and they like, what's going on, Joe? I said, man, they finna discharge me, man, I'm finna leave. And they were like, man, that's messed up. I said, bro, let me get that key, I'm gonna come back and get you. I said, man, if I gotta run a car through the wall, I said, bro, I'm gonna come back. He said, man, you promise? I said, man, I promise I'm gonna come back and get you, man. I promise I'm gonna come back and get you. My boy went to the room, got that key, I put it in my mouth. We was in the van, I spit it out, put both of the shackles on one leg. My caseworker was writing the gas mileage down. Dude named Night Owl, he get out of the car, he like, man, come on, Joe. And I'm moving like I got the shackles on. And by the time my feet hit the ground, I was already running. And he's still sitting there, he just looking, cause I'm guessing he think I ain't finna get too far. By the time I turned around and looked at him, he realized I shot across the street, it was over with. I went to a little facility, it was like a YMCA where they were hooping. I called my people, they came up there and got me.
With what you had on?
I had the handcuffs, I took the handcuffs and the shackles.
What were you wearing?
My clothes, when they transferred me, I got my clothes, yeah, they had to put me in my regular clothes when they transferred me, yeah. That was the first case, but the one you seen, that was the jail, that was on the murder case.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was on the murder case, that was in 2007. But that happened, that case was crazy, because I ain't know, like, the situation happened like June 14th, when dude, when he ended up losing his life. It happened June 14th, I ain't get arrested until July 27th. So really, we thinking we done got away with it at the time. So I'm sitting in the house, and I had went and hired a lawyer, because I'm finna get ready to go to Job Corps. But the same lawyer I hired, he was over a case, because I had hit a lick for $125,000 when I was like 16. And the lawyer that I went and hired, he was the lawyer to one of the dudes that got charged. And I went and paid him in $100 bills. And the story they told me, the lawyer took it as a smack in the face, like, you gonna come and hire me with that my clients got. You know what I'm saying? So he called and whatever, they bamboozled me. He tell me to be at the house.
So
Yeah.
the lawyer,
That's how I'm free right now. Like him, Bo Taylor. Like he the reason why I'm free, because he did some bogus stuff, you know what I'm saying? When I went and hired him, whatever him and the DA had going on, he called me and he was like, man, I'm gonna come and pick you up. We're going to court, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get it approved. I got arrested July 27th. I had a court date the same day. I'm sitting in the house taking my hair down. I'm finna go get my hair braided. My mama tap on the door. She walk in, she got the phone cover. She said, police on the phone. So when she say that, they ain't call my cell phone. Police know me like they, you know what I'm saying? So I look out the blind and it's an unmarked car across the street. I said, they finna get me. So I come out the back door to see if it's any police back, I'm gonna run. And then I ain't see no police back. I said, they gonna try to kill me this time. So I called my homeboy that was involved in the situation. I said, bro, the police been out there? He was like, nah, why, what's going on? I said, man, I'm just asking. Then he got quiet. He said, bro. He said, man, go on down there and talk to him, bro. I said, for what? He said, bro, they just left my house. I said, why you ain't call and tell me? He said, they finna charge you with everything. I hung the phone up.
Yeah, he ain't call you because he told.
He told. He's the second. Yeah, he's the second. So I go in the house. I ain't in there 5 minutes. They come through the front door, come through the back door. Big boy choppers. My mama in there, my daughter in there. They arrest me, charge me, special aggravated robbery, special aggravated kidnapping, first-degree premeditated murder, then 3 counts of felony murder. And the felony murder just basically somebody dying in the commission of another crime. So they hit me with 3 counts of felony murder. So I go to the jail. The guy who actually pulled the trick on the case, he already down there because he had a attempted murder case. He had tried to shoot somebody and bullet ricocheted off the ground, hit a girl in the neck.
After?
This was before.
Oh, okay.
This before the case actually happened. When he did that, I'm staying in Clarksville, which is about 45 minutes from my hometown. Right. So he coming up there, he trying to chill with me, you know what I'm saying, basically why he hot. But when the murder case happened, he went on to turn himself in on
Ain't that a military time?
Huh? Yeah. That's why I'm on it, on Fort County. So when he turned himself in, he probably still thinking he was straight. So I come down there to the jail. As soon as I walk in there, they put me in the cell with this white dude. And I walk in, he was like, man, what's your name? I was like, Boo. He was like, Boo Baker? I was like, yeah. He started reading my case right there. He said, man, bro, y'all crazy, bro. Y'all got out, man, and kidnapped dude. I said, man, hold on. I put my hand on the mic, on the thing. I said, man, who told you that? He said, man, your charge partner down here doing story time every night. I said, dude, what? Like, he literally, my charge partner in cell 1, I was like in cell 4. And this dude, I'm talking about, like, he was reading me detail for detail. And I was like, I said, they got to get me out the cell with you. I said, because you can literally tell the police I told you that, and you know too many details. They gonna believe you. Right. I said, I got to get up out of here. He was like, no, you good. I said, no, ain't no such thing. I'm good. I like you tripping. So when we came out for wreck, I go down and holler at my charge partner. He comes to the door. I'm looking at him. He look at me. We looking at each other. I said, man, what you down here doing? He said, man, we're gonna be good. I said, no. I said, man, dude, no. He said, man, them dudes ain't. I said, bro, you tripping. And when I looked at him, I said, bro, man, you act like you glad I'm down here with you. He said, boo, all the stuff you done got away with, bro, you supposed to been down here anyway.
Damn.
That's what he told me.
Too.
That's what he told me. I'll never forget it. And when he said that, I said, I'm about to play.
You ain't even talking about what we did together.
Man, listen.
Yeah.
I said, I'm about to play crazy. He said, man, that ain't gonna work. I said, well, we're gonna have to find out. And we're gonna have to find out. And I ended up getting a fight with the police that day. My cousin was captain of the jail. That's where this come from, them cuts. That's how I ended up getting down in what they call the observation cell. They had to take me down there and watch me like I'm on suicide watch, but really it was 'cause I was trying to get downstairs. So when I finally do get down.
You did though?
Yeah.
I thought that might have been a handcuff while you.
No, that's it. That's it. That's it. So when I get down to the observation cell, I'm down here wrestling with the police every day, fighting with the police every day. One day I'm flooding the cell for about 30 minutes before they even recognized I was flooded. The other inmates started complaining. And so this lady named Miss Huber, she was a sergeant. She used to let me out to clean up. And one day she let me out, I'm cleaning up. And this dude come in to make bond. And she was like, step back in the cell real quick. She was like, I'm gonna let you out when I get him processed in. But when she closed the door, she didn't lock it. And I'm sitting there, I was like, She tripping.
Fired up.
So yeah, so I hit the light and turn it out like I'm asleep. I'm thinking maybe she'll forget. And at that time, they thinking I'm trying to play crazy, so they bringing me medication. I'm taking Trazodone, Seroquel, all that old crazy stuff. They come around the corner, the woman with the cart, and she was like, Baker, you want your medication? And she grabbed the door and pulled the door open. And as soon as she pulled it open, she said, who left Baker's door open? Y'all know you're high risk and all this. I said, dang, that was it right there. About 2 weeks passed. When I flooded it that day, the police come in my cell, they got this thing called the chair. They restrain you, can't do nothing. So they tell me they finna put me in the chair. I'm like, man, I ain't going to no chair, not this time, that's over with. I end up getting a fighting with the police. I slammed one of them in the water. I turn around, the other one getting ready to punch me. And my cousin, the captain of the jail, came out the door. He said, you put your hands on, I'm gonna fire you right now. And I got one cuff hanging off my hand. I said, yeah, what you gonna do? He was like, and he couldn't even do nothing. So I ended up sitting outside and I asked my cousin, I'm sitting in the pod. I said, cuz, why you just won't get me transferred to the penitentiary? Like, what you think I'm trying to do, run? He was like, are you? I said, listen, man, these folks done tried to let me go one time, cuz. I said, next time I'm gonna leave. He said, and I'm gonna tell you what, if I get a call and they say you done left his jail, I'm gonna fire everybody on the shift. I said, well, get ready to fire him. Man, it wasn't 2 days later. I'm cleaning up. This dude, I can hear him outside. I'm finna make bond. I ain't going to no hold cell. My family followed me up here. And I said, look, and I'm thinking, I'm hoping that's one of my homeboys. He come through, I don't know him. Huberry, she did the same thing. She said, Joe, step in your cell real quick. She said, I'm gonna get him processed in, and I'm gonna let you back out. And this time she closed the door, she winked at me. She closed the door and hit me. I said, oh yeah, she trying to let me go. I'm finna leave. I hit the light, laid down, lady come around. Baker, I said, no, I don't want no meds. I'm straight. She went on back around the corner. She said, you sure? I said, yeah, I'm good. Third shift came in, they ain't checked the door. They ain't seen if it was locked or nothing. I got out of the bed, pushed the door a little bit, seen it was still unlocked, closed it, laid back down, waited about 30 minutes. Dude said, I know my people out there. And dude, it was 3 people. It was a big dude and 2 ladies. He said, yeah, it's people out there. He said, go on and let him out the old cell. One of the ladies came out, let him out. The other lady, she said, you want me to go ahead and buzz his people in? And in the county, you got 2 doors. When you come through that one, you're supposed to wait till that's secure before the other one open, because it's a security breach. Both of them don't supposed to be unlocked. You gotta be in the middle and wait till that one locked before they open the other. But I can hear everything. The lady hit the button, it went, like echo real loud. And I'm just laying in the bed, and I hear her go, and I said, she just opened both of them doors. And I stand up, and I'm just standing there looking. Dude talking crazy. I just barely pushed the door. Everything started moving in slow motion. The dude turned around, the ladies turned around. Dude said, I was already gone. Ran out the jail. I'm running downhill. I flipped. As soon as I bounced up, my first thought was, I just escaped on a murder case, like he folk finna kill me. And I looked up at the top of the hill, and the officer said, he said, Joe, don't do it. I said, it's over. I went across the street, my home, I ran across the street. Listen, it's over, it's done. Like it's done, like real talk. And then, yep. But that's it. I ended up laying in a car for about 3-4 hours, man. I waited for the sun to come up.
You lay where?
I laid in a car. Like one of my homeboys, his car door was unlocked. I just laid down in the dashboard.
So it was close to the jail?
Where's this car at? You told her? You said
I know. Where the county jail is, like it's a neighborhood right across the street. Like my homeboy stayed in the neighborhood called Indian Hills.
So you knew his shit was unlocked?
Oh, no. I was checking everybody. I was checking everybody though. I was checking everybody though. I just ended up getting. Yeah, I just checked everybody though.
Hey, you would have got anything.
Yeah, I was checking. Yeah, I was laid in anybody's car. By the time I got the Big Devin car though, I laid in there. It was a box Chevy, man, white, red seats, and I laid in there and chilled. And then by the time the sun came on, I went to my homeboy house. The girl I was messing with at the time, I ain't even know she was out there. I ain't been locked up 2 months. She was already over my homeboy house.
God damn, ain't
Listen,
no way to find out.
No, listen. I go to my homeboy house. I know where he keep the key. I go in the house.
Oh,
I take a shower. I'm talking about I'm brushing my teeth with this toothbrush and everything. I lay in the bed, and they got it's the upstairs part. Like downstairs, you can go upstairs in the house and go but they don't know I'm down there. So I come out of the house because I don't want them to know I'm in there. I walk up the hill and I tap on my homeboy window. And he looking out the blinds. I'm like, come downstairs, come downstairs. I do that 3 times. He don't never come down there. But they don't know I'm already in the house. So I'm like, why he ain't coming down here? I said, man, you know what? I'm gonna go. I go up the stairs in the house and knock on the door and let them know I was in the house. And his daddy said, who is it? I said, man, it's Boo. He said, I don't know how you got in here, but you got to get up out of here. I said, man, just let me in. I'm already out.
You was in jail?
Yeah. No, I didn't know the police had went to their house. It was my best friend's house.
Okay.
So they had already been there. They had already went there.
While you was in the-
While I was in the car.
You heard all this
Yeah. So when I get in there, I'm looking, I'm like, where my homeboy at? And she come around the corner. I said, oh, that was you? She was like, what is it? I said, man, that's crazy. I said, I need a ride. And Andy hollered, she can't take you nowhere, boo. Man, you can tell about that, man. She finna take me. She finna take me to my homeboy house. And I end up going to Clarkville, and the same dude that told me to go down there and talk to the police that they just came, took me. He rode with me. And then, it's between him and another dude, called the police and told them where I was at. That's how I ended up getting caught. I'm in the house. When I get to Clarksville, look, check this out. Look, check this out. Y'all ain't hear nothing then. I'm sitting on this back porch.
Friends like these.
And it's a dude, I'm at this girl house and her brother pulled up. When her brother pulled up, as soon as he walked on the porch, he kind of jumped. He was like, how you get out of jail? You got a $500,000 bond. I was like, I want to get a bond reduction. They knocked it down. He was like, how much? I said, dang, what's up? He was like, well, your charge? I said, they ain't get him no bond reduction. He was like, that what's up, you hungry? I was like, nah, I'm straight. When he walk in the house, they got a TV in their kitchen. When he walk in the house, the news come on, breaking news. I'm the first thing on there. He comes. I'm the first thing on there. I'm the first thing on there. He comes straight back out. He said, bro, you could have told me you escaped. I said, man, I ain't. He said, bro, I said, nah, I don't want nothing. I just want to lay down. Man, I lay down, went 30 minutes. The little brother came in there, shook me, took out running. By the time I heard the back door close, police was on the bullhorn. Mr. Baker, we know you in there. We don't want you hurt. We don't want none of us hurt. We just need you to come on out of the house. It was a whole little situation. But that's how I ended up getting transferred to the penitentiary before I was supposed to even. I was in penitentiary before I was even got convicted. I wasn't even supposed to be in the penitentiary. Because didn't no jail in my county want to hold me because I was a high risk.
So you maximum security.
So yeah, I was max security for 2 years and 3 months fighting my case.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Why? Okay, hold up though. You said the lady winked at you. What you thought what that was about?
I thought she was trying to tell me I could leave.
Right, but what?
I believe
so what?
that.
She was on you a little bit, or what?
No, she wasn't. She was an older lady, man. It's crazy. I talked to her my last 6 months in the penitentiary. She was one person I always wanted to talk to when I wrote my first book. Mm-hmm. And she was working at McDonald's and a Walmart down there in my hometown. And the girl I was talking to at the time had seen her. She was like, I seen Huberry. I said, man, tell her I want to talk to her. So she gave her the number, I called her. And I was like, man, I just wanted to apologize to you. I always wanted to. And she broke down crying and she was like, I always seen something in you. She was like, I heard about your book and this and that. And she was like, but I want you to know. She said, that night, that one decision, because you was desperate. She said, I lost my job. I couldn't pay my kids' college. She said, I had to sell my dogs. Like, she was one of them people in the journey I realized in a split decision because of what I had going on, like, affected this woman's entire life. Yeah. She was like, I couldn't work for the city no more. She was like, I've been in Walmart ever since. Lost her house. Like, literally, she lost everything. And, yeah, if you the newspaper clipping, that's what it say. 3 officers, I think it was 3 or 4 officers got fired.
So your cousin on bullshit?
He fired them the next day. Everybody that was downstairs.
Damn.
Yep. Everybody that was downstairs, but yep.
This nigga know how to escape.
Nigga.
Well, yeah,
You can, man.
And then a little more of the story, me, my dad, and my brother was in the same penitentiary. Like, me and my brother was settled at one point in time. Got to fight with my brother. I down there killed him in the cell.
What the fuck he do to you?
My brother was already at the penitentiary with my daddy. And my daddy, he was big on selling tobacco. So they moved him to a penitentiary in Tennessee called Turner Center. When he get down there, he had my brother move. And me coming off maximum security after I took my time, they got this thing, you gotta go from, you're supposed to go, it's like a classification where they add your points up and it's gonna tell you your security. You're gonna be max, close, or medium restrict, whatever that is. So my points were so high, it put me on close. So I go from max 23-1 to close, basically 22-2. And while I sit back there them few months, my brother and my dad was on the compound. So after I finished that, I come out to the compound, me, my brother, and my daddy, we all in the same unit. Like, we literally walk with my daddy to his job and just sit in there and, like, kick it. And my daddy ended up getting hemmed up again with some tobacco. They moved him to another penitentiary called Northeast. So when my daddy left, I moved my brother in the cell with me. Now, I'm
So y'all just got pulled like a motherfucker around here.
My daddy was, he was. But once I moved my brother in the cell, like I'm really gelling. Like I'm doing penitentiary, like I got like 6, 7, 8 years left. I got heroin in the cell, I got weed in the cell, I got tobacco in the cell, I got a phone in the cell.
Everything.
I got everything in the cell. Yeah, I got everything in the cell. And my dad, what they call it, grandfather in, like they used to have the big boy boom boxes. You know what I'm saying? When he got moved, I had it in my cell, so I still had it. And we in there bumping that old Jeezy during count time. And I'm telling bro, you can't do that during count. Like my brother and him, he got like 6, 7 months left. I got a bid. And he was like, man, bro, don't turn that down. I was like, man, you tripping. I was like, you gonna take your charger? Man, bro, I ain't taking no charge. I said, well, you gotta turn the radio off then. And he just kept the radio. I snatched the radio. He get up, I pushed the radio under the bed. I said, man, look here, bro, that's over. You ain't taking no charge, bro. You ain't. And he bucked me, tried to treat me like little bro. And I told him, I said, bro, you do that again, that's on granddad. I'm gonna smash you in here. And he was like, dang, you'll do that? I said, I'll tell you what then. I said, when the doors pop, I'm gonna go holler at the folks. I said, whoever lose the fight gotta move out of the cell. He said, bro, you'll go tell the folks. I said, bro, that's the only way it's really gonna work out, because evidently you don't care nothing about me doing all the time.
Right.
And he stood up, he said, man, bro, hold up. And then he go to sit back down, but then he went on and got up and come towards me. I smashed off in there. But I moved him out of the cell, and he ended up going home, and then I ended up getting out of GD a little bit after that, which is a whole nother story.
You got out in jail?
Yeah. One of the only probably did it. That was a blessing. The story with the Crip dude, I think you brought up, the Rolling 60. So that's really how it all started. I had a position at the time called the COS, Chief of Security. And being Chief of Security, like I'm over, like I can tell you go lock down in your cell and stay in there till tomorrow. Like I had the authority to do that.
Yeah.
If I, you know what I'm saying, I gotta have a legitimate reason, like bro, you know what I'm saying, you been horse playing or just whatever, bro, go in the cell. And so at the time I gotta move, which I had somebody going to visit, putting something in them and bringing it back to me. So the dude, I ended up losing my phone, and the dude that was the Crip, he had a phone. I was cool with him. And he pulled up on me one day, he was like, man, Joe T, you be a visit. He really trying to peep game. He like, man, you be a visit every week, you know what I'm saying? I already know what you got going on, and this and that. He was like, man, let me put something in the mood. And then he was like, man, I'll let you use the phone. So I'm like, we can work that. Let me holler at the gal, you know what I'm saying? I'm holler at my guy, whatever, what you want to put in there, I won't have for. He was like, oh, that ain't nothing. He tell me, man, I got some morphine pills, I got this, I got perks. I said, you got it right now? He said, man, Joe T, I got like 100 pills. I said, we finna call her right now. He pulled the phone out. I said, here. And this one thing you don't do in penitentiary, you don't get nobody your gal number, none of that.
Right.
But we finna do business. I'm affiliated, you affiliated. You know what come with that.
Right.
So I ain't tripping. So I give him the information. I said, hook up whatever, tell your girl pull up whatever need to be done. 2, 3 days go by. The girl get the bomb. I need to use the phone. I go in the cell. I was like, bro, let me use the phone real quick. He give me the phone. I'm gonna text her first and tell her I'm finna call.
They got messages all in that bitch.
It's a whole thread in there. And I'm sitting in the cell, and I just kind of strolling, and I'm watching him. It's a good morning, babe.
Oh, God.
Good morning, King. I ain't tripping on her. I ain't really tripping on her. It ain't my gal, but it's my mood, though. Like, you tripping, bro. They're like, this is my bread. Like, this is $4,000-5,000 a week, bro. You get, and I know your information in the phone. So in my head, I'm like, penitentiary rules is in effect. So I said, bro, I said, man, I need to go to the phone. I said, I need to go, you know what I'm saying, private. He was like, go ahead. He was like, go ahead, Joe T. So I called, I said, did he try to holler at you or you try to holler at him? Because I'm finna take it to the folks.
Yeah.
I'm finna go and buzz my move, I'm finna take the phone. And she said, he tried to holler at me, he messaged me and was talking about how much money you was really making and you was getting over on me, you only give me $150, you making $4,000 off an ounce and this and that. I said, he told you all that? And it had to been too, because she knew the Penitentiary language.
Yeah.
I said, I'll bet. I get out the phone, I went straight down there and hollered at my guy. I said, look, check this out. I pulled the phone out, I said, man, Cam done trying to holler at my gal. I said, bro, I'm taking the phone. He said, you can't do that, because he was the big homie. He was over all the Crips. He said, bro, you can't. I said, well, we'll tell him I want a one-on-one. He said, you know they ain't gonna let you fight a one-on-one. So at that point, I gotta pull a penitentiary strategic move to make it happen. so I come out of the cell and just start saying stuff out loud in the air. You know what I'm saying? Calling them names, talking crazy. So at this point, all the affiliations gonna be like, who he talking to? You know what I'm saying? Man, who Lil Joe T talking to? He tripping like he... And then at that point, everybody get to talking. And my trial partner was Crip too. So it ended up getting to him. And he come over, he like, man, what's going on? And I said, man, look, your homeboy, he said, what you gonna do? I said, I'm gonna smash him. He said, hold on. He leave out all the G's. It was about 4 or 5 G's in the cell, 6, 7 Crips in the cell. He sitting on the table. And they were like, man, so this the situation? And my trial partner was like, man, forget all that. Joe T, what you wanna do? I said, I'm finna beat him. They looked at the big homie. He was like, so what you wanna do, Cam? You wanna fight him? He said, man, not really. Like, this is the big homie over everybody.
That's the one who was texting your girl?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said he didn't wanna fight me. With him doing that, this a dude who make all the calls, get you smashed, get you sent to PC. He won't even put in the work that he'll tell y'all to do. So it was bad. So at that point, they like, man, y'all can roll out of the cell. They smashed him off. I was on probation at the time with the G's because I stayed into something. And it's my charge partner, so they thought I had told him to do it because he actually took the phone, because the G's made me get a phone back. He took the phone, bring it to me, told me to unlock the phone and do whatever. And the dude called his people, and they called the compound and had the compound locked down. And so when they do that, my charge partner, when he beat him, he had some blood on his shirt. He took the shirt off and put it in my cell. So when they came and locked down, they ended up searching, and they found the shirt. But then they were putting the penitentiary numbers on the shirt. So they knew that shirt was in my cell, but they knew the shirt didn't belong to me, so they ended up what they call private investigation. They PI'd me and my charge partner. They watched the camera, of course, they charged him with assault. But while we back here, the G's done made a call on me to smash me off the compound as soon as I come back, regardless of where I go. Ain't no hearing, ain't no write-up, ain't no nothing. Joe T, he smashed off, it's over with. I ain't even knowing this. So while I'm in the hole.
Told you this nigga life is a movie, man.
It's a blessing because while I'm in the hole, a dude come from, it's called Columbia, Tennessee, and he had killed a G. And they had already made the call that when he come to the penitentiary, no matter where he go, to get smashed as soon as he come on the compound. So while I'm in the hole, this dude comes to the penitentiary where I'm at, and the G's, they made the call and they stuck on him and they locked down the whole compound. So they moved all the G's.
They stuck on him, what you mean?
They stabbed him. They end up stabbing officers and everything at time.
Damn.
But they shut the compound down and they moved all the G's, majority of the G's and majority of the Crips. But when they moved the G's, they moved the administration, which is the high-ups, like the 9 trade, the assistant 9 trade, the securities. Like they moved the 1, 2, and 3, and the 4, which means that the call that was made is void. So when I come out of the hole, I ain't knowing what's going on. They saying they was gonna have to run a ballot to see who was gonna be over the compound. They wanted me to be on the ballot to be the number 1. But I ain't even knowing they done made a call on me. So I'm sitting down talking to my homeboy, youngster, and he was like, man, Joe T, we was gonna ride with you, bro. I said, ride with me for what? He said, bro, they made a call on you. He said, didn't nobody tell you at the bottom of the hill. Like, Joe T, they made a call to say they were gonna smash you. He was like, but we ain't honoring the call because the administration gone. I said, and they want me to be the number 1 and them folks were gonna put their hands on me? He like, yeah, bro. I said, nah, take me out the valley, bro. I don't even, like, at that point, I was really tired. Because what you said at 6 minutes,
Yeah.
I took a 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I took a phone from a dude that he wasn't nothing. We went half on the phone. I tricked him, finessed him. We go half on the phone, and I quit letting him use the phone, and he what they call a friend of the folks. And he went and told the folks. They try to make me get the phone back. Make a long story short, I try to finesse it again.
Yeah.
And it didn't work.
Yeah.
And that's what they call disruption of organizational unity. And they said I caused a big ruckus. So I ended up getting a 6-minute violation. I'm fighting 3 people at one time, one rotating for when one get tired. They about killed me.
Yeah.
Man, they about killed me.
Oh, so these niggas tagging in like a video game, nigga.
Nah, real talk.
So these niggas just,
Yeah, like he tired, bro. Get fresh hands. They call it get fresh hands.
You catch your breath, you go ahead and whoop his ass.
Nah, they about
it's a nigga over there that got, that's.
Yeah, they about killed me.
Okay.
Nah, they about killed me now. I was tired then, but then when they did that, I was really tired. And then there was another brother who it's called plugging out or getting out count.
That shit crazy, man.
Nah, it's real great.
No, don't send a new nigga. Hey, I ain't done with you. Give me that nigga. Give me that. I almost got this nigga, man. Give me that nigga, man.
But
That's crazy.
yeah, they did something bogus. They did something bogus to a young dude, man, and I was like, man, it's over with. And I
That was the last straw.
I had ended up taking a lower spot at the time, and something else happened, and they come in the cell and they talking, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I can't keep doing this, bro. Like, I'm a man before anything. Like, I don't like men escorting me to the shower. I gotta report everything. If I wanna go across the hall, I gotta tell somebody to AA me. Man, come on, bro, walk with me. I gotta go across the hall. Like, hold on, bro, I'm gonna use the bathroom. Man, I'm finna go across the hall. Like, I got tired, and I handed them my paperwork while they talking. They like, bro, what this is? I just sit there. They read it. They like, bro, you sure you want to do this? I said, bro, whatever got to happen at this point, it's got to happen, bro. I said, I'm tired. It's over with. But I was straight, though. I ain't had nothing bad on my name. Like, I was good. I really wasn't even worried about it. We got a new administration. It's chill. And I knew the number 3. Me and him was like this. So when I gave him the paperwork, I called the number 3. Come and see me. And we sitting down at the library. I said, bro, it's over. He said, what you mean? I said, nah. Because I knew he ain't got the paperwork yet. I said, I need you to tell me I'm straight, though. He said, I said, bro, I'm done. I said, I need you to tell me I'm straight, because at that point, can't beat the mob. Like,
Yeah.
if he would have told me I wasn't straight, I would have went to PC. I wasn't even gonna let my pride get in the way. I would have been like, bet. I would have went back, packed my stuff, and went to the back. I ain't finna get stabbed to try to prove nothing. Like, I done seen it too many times. Yeah, I'm not finna do that, bro. So he was like, bro, you straight? I said, bet. I walked out of there. This the number 3. This the one that's got to make the call. I took his word for it. It was about 2 days later. I walked out, I seen the number 1, Big Joe at the time. He did me like this in the window. I said, oh. He said, you straight. I went straight to the room, took my shoes off, put my shower shoes on, and walked to the shower in my shower shoes. And you don't supposed to do that, especially when you affiliate. Don't nobody really do it in the penitentiary, because it's a breach of security. You vulnerable in your shower shoes. So I did that to make a statement to let everybody. I walked straight to the shower, and every affiliation in there was looking like, he ain't got no security, and he got his shower shoes on. Whatever got to happen, got to happen. And I walked away. I walked away.
That's crazy.
But then after I walked away, 3-4 weeks later, I got moved to the other penitentiary with my daddy, where I got engaged with the police. You seen that one?
You got engaged?
Now, look, before you go into this, man, all the people who watching, you see it's quiet here, everybody listening, man, let them know where they can find you at. Go catch all of these stories and episodes that you be running, bro.
Let them know where they can talk.
You gotta go to my YouTube, man. It's my name, Joe Baker. That's across the board, really, man. You type in Joe Baker, my Instagram gonna pop up, my YouTube gonna pop up, Facebook gonna pop up, TikTok gonna pop up, and anything that I'm saying is in my book called The Life of Boo Baker.
Where is it? Where the book's at?
It's right there.
Put them shits up here, man. Put them shits up here, bro.
Real talk.
Real.
And you can get the book on the website, right?
Huh?
How you flip that, man?
The book,
Yeah, man. How
You
you,
been
how
through
you,
some
what-
shit. You
where
gotta
you
write
got the
this.
story, where you got the idea, like, man, I gotta write this shit, bro. I
Man,
gotta put it down.
I wrote the first three I wrote, like I made up a story of bits and pieces of my life. And when I came home, you know, I was traveling, I was going to kiosks. Like I used to go to Cumberland Mall, I was in Perimeter.
Come on, man. You working in the mall?
Yeah. I used to
Come on,
post up in
man.
And when people used to ask me, they were like, is this all your story? Because I used to, you know what I'm saying, tell them, I was like, nah, and everybody was like, man, we want to read your story. So I ended up, man, I'm sitting at the house one day, I said, man, I'm finna do it. I pulled a recorder out, I did it in one day, 10 hours, I recorded the whole story straight. Sent it to this girl, she can type as fast as you could talk. Like it wasn't 21 days, I had the book in my hand.
Come on, bro.
I probably was selling 45 books a week at the time. I'm thinking that's something, I'm fresh out of penitentiary.
That is, man, fuck that, dog.
It was
That's something. But what it had for you.
But see, I'm at this, look, I ended up jumping on TikTok. This girl had been telling me to get on TikTok and tell the story. I was like, man, I ain't getting on there, like people dancing on there. And I got on there, man, and look, by the third post, I told that escape story out of the jail. Man, I went to sleep, woke up, 250 books sold in about 3 hours. I started selling 1,000 books a month for about 2 years straight.
Let's go.
You hear me?
Yes, sir.
I'll praise to the Most High.
Let's go.
But
You
yeah.
did it in a way like that where it wasn't no whole bunch of goddamn in between thinking. You said you went from I'ma do this shit and you recorded it and it went straight to it, man.
Man, everything I do it that way.
That's what hold a lot of people up, man. I think people need to hear that too, bro. That's real shit.
Nah, because that's one thing I learned. Like, bro, when I came home after doing 10, like everybody was in the same place, doing the same thing, having the same conversation. Like that's scary. You know what I'm saying?
Very.
After doing 10 years in that cell like that, and then you thinking people progressing, you thinking, and come home, everybody still broke, everybody still selling dope, everybody who was selling dope that ain't selling dope, doing dope. You know what I'm saying? Like all my homeboys still talking about, man, what's up, man? I wasn't home 3 days, went to see my homeboy. They called a girl up there talking about, we finna run off. Like, bro, I just done 10 years. Like, that's what you offering me after 10? I said, man, give me some money. They pulled out the pounds of weed where we got it coming through the mail and threw me 3 pounds. I said, bro, I don't want that. Bro, I ain't been home 72 hours. Like, y'all tripping. And at that
you was corrected by then.
Yeah, I'm through. Like, I'm done, bro. Like, and then another thing is, like, in my situation, even in keeping it real, like, I realized it ain't nothing in the streets. Like, you go to the penitentiary and you ain't tell, like, it ain't honored because I feel like the person who done it didn't take the charge, smash him. Why? Y'all, you don't want nobody to tell, but y'all ain't telling the person who done it, own it. Like, that wasn't gangster to me. Like, I shouldn't even have to, bro, you know that wasn't part of the plan. You did that, true enough, we in it. Eat your charge.
Right.
And we go to the penitentiary and I get smashed, but I don't get to say, man, bro, you did something bogus, bro, smash it. Like, the streets it wasn't what is, and I lived it through and through. I ain't never done a drug, never been high, never popped a pill, never done coke, never took a drink, none of that back in the street. Like,
Let me ask you this, when did, like you were saying earlier, what was the moment where you like, shit, I'm through with everything, after all the shit?
In the cell with my daddy. When I got in the cell with my daddy, my pops got 2 life sentences. You know, he was the one recommended that I become the folks. He was the one gave my brother my plug, gave me my plug. You know what I'm saying? Life was
all this from jail.
All this from penitentiary. Like, and I'm sitting and I got up to use the bathroom one night, probably about 2, 3 in the morning. And we in a bathroom, like my dad on the bottom bunk, like he's snoring. I'm using the toilet. And then I'm washing my hands, I turned around and looked at him. He was laying down, I was like, this crazy. Like, it don't even, I'm engaged to the police officer at the time and everything. We got everything in the cell. I'm like, man, I'm finna go home in 2 years. Like, Pac got 2 life sentences. Like, he doing what he feel he gotta do. I was like, nah, I can't go home like this. My daughter, I can't go home like this. So,
Joe T, how you engaged to the police, man?
Finesse. Penitentiary rules in effect, man.
Dramatic effect me,
Yeah,
please.
dramatic effect me, man. So with the officer, how that happened, man, when I get there, of course, I get in the cell with my pops, and like every 2, 3 months, like you'll see them bring the trainees, like the new officers. So they bring the new officers through, and they got her standing out at the gate. And everybody going out there, because that's how dudes, when the new girls came, everybody want to see them. So as a dude, man, he came and got me, and he was like, man, bro, he was like, man, Joe T, you gotta come out here real quick. My daddy like, go, where he going? I was like, it's too late to be my daddy, bro. He can't be asking me where I'm going this time. I'm finna go out here and see the kid. So I go out there and I see him, but everybody already thirsty over. I said, I ain't even gonna do that, because she gon' already see that. And she ended up our permanent officer in the pod. I told my dad, I said, I'm gonna get her. He said, boy, that girl don't want you. I said, I'm telling you, I'm gonna get her. So one day, I come in, I'm working in the wood plant. I don't never go out there to work out. I don't never be in her face. I don't never say nothing to her. I come in straight from work, take my shower, go right back in the cell. So one day, my daddy, he like, man, bring her some, go get some ice. So I'm walking to get the ice. And as I'm walking by, she said, hey. I said, what's up? She said, you don't never come out of the cell. I said, there ain't nothing out here to see. What I'm coming out the cell for? I keep on walking. I get the ice. I come back through. She like, hey, come here for a second. So I walk over, I'm like, what's up? I don't really talk to the police or nothing like that. But she ended up looking on the list, and she was like, your name is Baker, you 41, 41, 46. This one is Baker, he 14, 36, 41. She was like, I was like, I'm in the cell with my daddy. She was like, what? I said, yeah, I said, that's my, like, I'm in the cell with my pop. She was like that, but I could tell in her eyes, like, it kind of intrigued her. So I just went on, I walk off, go in the cell, I chill for her. She used to come up, hang by the rail, and then one day, I walk up on her, and now before that, I come down the stairs and she say, I don't trust him, I think he'll do something to me. And it was a white dude that just walked by. He was crazy though.
She said that shit?
She said it, yeah, she said it to me. And I was like, why you feel like that? She was like, I just got a feeling, I think he'll do something to me. I said, like, she said, I think he'll snatch me in the cell and this, and that. I said, oh, he'll be gone in the morning, don't worry about it. She was like, no, don't do nothing, don't get in trouble, don't get in trouble. I was like, nah, he ain't got, I said, by the time you come here tomorrow, he gonna be gone. Right. And I walk off. I go to I tell my dad, I was like, man, look, I need 2 Suboxones, like I need, he was like, for what? I was like, man, I need them Suboxones, whatever. So he give me some Suboxone, the dude get high. I go over to the cell, and first I really try to force him, and first I try to tell him, like, bro, you gotta move out of the unit. He was like, man, for what, Joe T, man, I didn't even do nothing, man. I said, man, look, I said, bro, you gotta go. I was like,
I'm sorry, bro.
And then at that point, he pleaded his case. I said, really about force of choice. I said, I tell you what, I said, I'm gonna give you a couple Suboxones. He said, man, when? I said, man, I got him on me right now.
Yeah. You said that, it was with it.
It was over.
When? I've been wanting to get out of here. Shit, when I gotta go?
So
I got to take a shit. So the flags over there, you have them all.
So by the time I give him Suboxone though, he pack up, he leave. She come in the next day. She was like, I see you a man in your word. She was like, what did you do? I never told her. And I wait about a day after that. I write the number to the phone. And it's my daddy, you know what I'm saying? He done tricked me up here, tell me he gonna give me a phone, and we sharing a phone. He won't even give me the other phone. So when I write the number down, I go in the staff bathroom, because that's where our toilet paper at. And I tape the number under the sink. And I pull up on her, I'm like, look, check this out. I said, what if we had a way to talk outside of her? She like, what do you mean? I said, man, you know what I mean. I said, look, check this out. I said, you ain't gotta answer me, you ain't gotta say yes, you ain't gotta say no. I said, if you don't like what I'm about to say, I said, just let it go in one ear and out the other, we'll just leave it at that. I said, but go in the bathroom, I said, there's something taped under the sink, this, and that. I go to the cell, tell my dad I want to keep the phone in the cell at night. And he tell me, like, if the police come here, you taking all the charge. I was like, nah, I ain't gonna never take no charge. You got 2 life sentences, bro. you got 2, like, you got two life sentences, bro. Like, you gonna take all the charge. But so
Why I gotta take?
Yeah, well, yeah. She ended up getting the number though. She come through and do the count. She popped the door. She leaned in and did me like this. As soon as she closed the door, my daddy stood up and he said, what the hell was that? I said, what are you talking about? He said, what's she winking and giving you the thumbs up? My dad don't fool the police. He convict, he ain't doing none of that. I said, man, we good. I said, she ain't want nothing. I waited till they left. I said, they did. I said, I gave her the number. He said, you gave who the number? I said, I gave the number. He said, I'll go on pack everything, because they finna send the green team in here. I said, I'm telling you, she cool. I told her to call me block. The phone ring. He said, as soon as you answer that phone, they gonna know it's in here, and they coming. I said, just chill. I answered the phone. I said, hello. She said, what you doing, big head? I said, I don't.
Shit,
My daddy said, ask her when she gonna bring her something. Ask her when
He done changed the whole goddamn
Right.
When she gonna bring us something? But yeah, that's how I end up. But after she tried to pull away from bringing me dope, like she used to bring me a QP every week. Like we had the compound on lock. I'm talking about we $7,000-$8,000 a week, and she got the out here easy.
I wouldn't want to go home.
Yeah, she got tired of bringing it to me, man. She got tired of bringing it to me. She tried to pull back, man. I had my dad again go buy me a ring, man. She wore it in. She gave it to me. We taking out the trash where I used to freak with it. We go back there one day. By the time she opened the door, I got down on a knee and everything. She turned around and started. In the penitentiary. She turned around and got to crying. She was like, relax, like, you gotta be quiet, like you tripping. Put the ring on her finger and it, like, real talk.
What is motherfucker at now?
Real talk.
Who bust out in tears when an inmate proposes?
Nah, real talk.
She gonna hit me on the email. I need to come on there.
I need to come on there.
I gotta
She ain't gonna do
First
that.
of all,
She on
the
TikTok.
ring was in the trash. Shut up.
It was an onion ring.
The ring pop.
She married though. Her husband ended up seeing my stories one day.
Damn.
She texted me.
Oh.
She was like, but he didn't even put it together that I was talking
He
about.
did now.
He didn't even put it together.
Still don't know.
I smashed the officer and everything in penitentiary. Like I wasn't even in penitentiary 2 years. I already had 6 on maximum security.
Figured
You
it
can
out.
get out of there. I know you can get you some pussy.
Yeah. everything going on.
Shit,
in the
I
street
wouldn't have
going
ran
on
if I
in
knew I
penitentiary.
could get pussy.
If he can get out of there, shit, I
That
don't
shit.
question nothing.
Yeah.
If he told me he had a fucking
So they
circus,
say it happens
I'd
in
be-
every prison, man.
Huh?
It's happening in prison. That's what they
Everywhere.
say.
Yeah,
Anytime.
and it's easy.
And they say a lot of times the women that come in there ain't really got too much life experience as far as being with motherfuckers who got some goddamn
It ain't true, bro.
street smart.
It ain't
But
true.
That's
That
not
ain't
true.
true. Nah, it ain't. It
So
ain't.
they be right in there with the shit.
Listen, they be knowing. They just intrigued. It's just like with the story. Like I make a living telling, like people just intrigued with hearing. So by the time a woman come in there, you know what I'm saying? Of course, and then we got cologne in here. They showing butcher knives, like it's crazy. Like they come in and be like, man. And by the time somebody pulls $6,000-$7,000 green money out, like in the penitentiary, like until you hear, just take $200-$300. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Bring me some McDonald's tomorrow.
Right.
Eventually, you gonna be like, my nigga ain't even at home. Ain't even got that. Like,
Right.
and I seen it several times. Like,
And they probably spend more time there than they do at home.
literally, like I seen dudes with $100,000 on their books, like paying women rent. Like, at some point you gonna bust down. Why wouldn't you? And then you tell a girl, look, check this out. Go buy a phone from Walmart for $50. I'm gonna sell it for $1,500 in here. Bring me 10 of them.
Motherfucker running off 100,000.
in the chain gang.
I know
chain gang.
several. I know several. My dad had that kind of money. Like my dad had created apps. I'm talking about books and like all kind of like my dad. Like he had a phone app. He just couldn't keep it going but like he was spending like bread. Like he had an app developer. Like
In the jail.
in the penitentiary. While I was in the
The
cell,
nigga made the app in jail.
man had an app developer he found on Fiverr. Like I'm sitting there and watched him develop it.
That nigga laughing.
Like I ain't playing. Like Pop's a beast. Like he got a YouTube too. But
So he's still serving.
yeah, my Pop got 2 life sentences. He probably, I don't know what Pop's got left, man. But that's my guy, man. Love him to death.
He said, "Look,
He got a lot. Yeah, he got a lot. He got a lot left. He got a lot left. But yeah, left that penitentiary. Did you see the story about my uncle too? Left the penitentiary with my dad and ended up going with my uncle. He got 75. He's still in there.
Damn.
Yeah, whole family was in there.
So everybody in your city know your folks.
Yeah, for sure. It's a small town though. Everybody know everybody.
Yeah, but they for damn sure know your.
They know. They know. Every story they know for sure.
What made you just start doing the social media and just turn your whole story around though? Like,
Man,
that's what really changed everything, right? Just getting in front of the social media.
My last 2 years, man, like with my uncle, he believed in the Most High, man, and I started reading that word and started studying. That was really like it's a scripture I'll never forget. It say, when a man ways please the Most High, he'll make even his enemies at peace with him. And at that point, I'm getting ready to go home. I'm thinking I'm finna go home and have enemies.
You know, so that was the first scripture. I was like, man, I need this to be real for me. You know what I'm saying? Because if not, even weather change or not, I'm going to either be in the grass or back in here having, you know what I'm saying? Because as much as I done did. But by the time I get ready to walk out of there, I was like, man, this is what I'm doing. And social media was a thing. I was already messing with it on the phone. And but I was doing straight ministry, bro. Like I was traveling, I was group homes and going to churches and I hate to say it, like that wasn't making no money. Like people feel like when you go to the penitentiary and come home, like you owe a debt to society to help people and change people, but they don't feel like they should put no money in your pocket to do it.
Let me get straight first.
Yeah,
You had to live there. You had to earn.
Like I come home to nothing. Like I
gotta build this shit.
Like I come home to nothing. Like I wore the same 2 pair of shoes and 10 outfits for 365 days. Like I didn't have nothing. Like literally, didn't nobody give me nothing when I stepped. But that's how it started. Like I was on social media then, but I hadn't learned it. I was behind. I ain't know how it worked. I ain't know how to promote. I ain't know how to really make no money off of social media. But by the time I really started seeing like the views and paying attention and then seeing people were making a living off of it, I was like, man, hold on, let me try to figure this out. And then when TikTok happened, like I started doing the numbers. Like you can promote on TikTok. Like I'm posting a video it's getting 250,000 views or 500,000 views. But then I'm selling a couple of 100 books off of that. My books at the time, $25. So in my head, I'm thinking, okay, if I sell 100 books off of this one post and I put an extra 100 behind it and I sell another 100, like that's how I started doing the numbers. I'm like, I might well go and put some money behind what I'm doing. And it started working, bro. And then I didn't know YouTube was paying the most. So I stopped trying to sell the book and say, instead of get the book, come over to YouTube. My YouTube started going crazy. And once that started going crazy, once I seen them chicks, I said, we're gonna stay on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna stay on YouTube. And man, I ain't even gonna lie, man. I've been home, it'd be 7 years in May. Like, I feel like I'm, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Hell, after hearing all them charges, I was like, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It sound like
After
you
hearing
come
all
home,
them charges, I
man.
wanted to ask him, did you escape then?
Yeah, right.
Are you supposed to be here?
Nah. It's
You got out on technicality.
yeah, because of the lawyer.
Yeah.
When they got me down there, bro, I sit down in the police department for 3.5 hours. But see, where I lived at the time, where my mama lived, where the police department at, it's like a 7.5 minute drive. From the police department to our jail is like a 2.5 minute drive. So it literally should have, because they already had an affidavit to come and arrest me. So I should have went straight to jail. I shouldn't even went to the police department. And I had already retained a lawyer, which means they knew on record before they even came and got me that I had a lawyer. So it didn't want no sense in coming to question me. So when they take me down and I'm telling them all these lies, they ain't hearing me. And I'm telling them I got a lawyer. They know who my lawyer is. They literally was like, we want to talk to him. I'm like, yeah. They called my lawyer, Bo Taylor, on the phone. He get on the phone, he said, yeah, Joe, they had already let me know they came and arrested you or whatever. He was like, man, you can go ahead and talk to him. I'll be down there in a minute. It's literally what my lawyer told me.
He already know he done.
He knew what was going on.
Yeah.
I gave them for like 10 statements. They wouldn't take them. The first time I said I had a gun and incriminated myself, that's it right there. They go ahead and I signed it. But I ended up, the first 3 lawyers I had, I fired them because I'm telling them, ain't no audio, ain't no video. I can show on record I had a retained lawyer. I said, if you get the phone records, they gonna show that the lawyer was called. At that point, the interview's supposed to stop. So whatever they trying to say, that ain't nothing. And they wouldn't believe me. So I ended up getting a pro bono lawyer named Jody Bell, man. Listen, if it wasn't for her, like soon as she came and I told her, she said, I don't even worry about it. She was like, I know Bo personally. And I told her, I said, man, call my mama. Tell my mama to tell her to say that she got the receipt. She called the lawyer. He tell her what he did. She ended up getting the phone records and she took it to the DA and she was like, she told me though, before she did all this, she said, I can beat your whole case. She said, somebody lost their life, Joe. She said, this man had a child on the way. And she running all this. And at that time, really, I want to go home. Like, I don't care. They messed up. Like, I want to go home. When she running it down to me, I hear what she's saying, though. And then she done it. And we went to court, and the first deal was like 21, 22. They came down to like 15. I said, nah, they ain't got nothing. Tell them I'll take a 8. I already had 2 years and some change on it. I'm gonna be right back out. She was like, he said he won't give you an 8. I think he said he'd give you a 12. And she said, I'm gonna tell him to split the difference and give you 10 for the murder, kidnapping, robbery. And then I tell him, then put the 1 on there for the escape. And I sit there and I asked her, I said, who in the courtroom is in my family out there? She was like, nah, Joe, ain't nobody out there. And I was like, man, go get the paperwork. And I signed it. And that was it. My trial part, we both got the same amount of time. And that's it. That's really how I'm free. If it wasn't for that, real time.
Damn.
Shit.
Yeah, that's how it happened.
That shit crazy, bro.
Yeah, real talk. It's a blessing to be right here, bro.
So the shit sound,
Yeah, with them charges.
the shit sound like a movie. You got any plans, movie, TV? How would you see your story?
I got a series I'm shooting right now called Traps.
Yeah.
It's on Patreon. That's where we
Okay.
moving the traffic to right now. We finna do episode 4 when I get back.
Come on.
We gonna be the hottest thing. We're gonna be bigger than Power.
Come on.
There ain't no ifs and buts and doubts about it.
This straight your stories, or you mixing your stories with some creative shit? Or you just starting?
I'm making it up. It ain't even no script. Like my team, like shout out to my team, like it ain't even no script. Like I'm making it up on the spot.
Okay.
Like I just tell them, pull up, look, this what we doing,
This is
boom.
scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just stay in the context of this. We finna be on episode 4. I'm gonna go 6 episodes and then go to 2. Yeah, real talk.
Man, we can literally sit here and talk this shit all night, man.
Nah, real talk, man. And that's
That's a
just
hell of a story.
that's just a piece of
Interesting.
it.
Man, I'm telling you.
That's just a piece of
Yeah.
Sitting there,
It's just a piece. So you know people gonna tune in and you can direct them to
piece
the
of-
book, man.
yeah,
Shit.
yeah, for sure. My website, man, is JTB3.
And that's just one of the books, right?
Yeah, I got 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I got 5. I got 3 other ones before this, and then I got one after this, which is the journey since I've been home. You know, me adjusting stuff I went through. You know what I'm saying? How I felt.
You been talking to the kids and shit, man.
I was, man. I ain't did it in a while, man. I was just telling back, like I wanna get back to it, man. I wanna get back to speaking, because at the time, hate to say it, the numbers is your resume.
Yeah.
The platform matter. Like everybody a number, homie. Like starting then, you know, it's he did time and this is now. He got 200,000 on YouTube. He got 100,000. He got almost 1 million on TikTok. Tell him we'll pay him. You know what I'm saying? It's different when the numbers is like it. You know, everybody they feel like it'll. You know what I'm saying? So, and it ain't even about the money at this point. Like I'm blessed. I'm
Yeah. Right.
beyond measures.
Right,
Like me and my daughter
What you been
tight.
through? Yeah.
Yeah.
You see my daughter the whole 10 years home. And man, her like this.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Man, it's just dope to see a brother be able to bounce back, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From and recover and
Yeah.
take it to another level. You
Yeah.
feel what I'm
Come
saying?
on, man.
Yeah.
That's dope, man.
It's a grind every day. It's a grind every day.
Well, shit, man, this your first time stopping through here. Don't
Yeah.
let it be the last, man.
Got to,
Man,
bro.
listen, bro. It's an honor. When you hit me and said, man, I need you, I was like, man, I ain't post nothing, I ain't said nothing, I ain't believe it, though.
Shit.
I done had 2 minutes, I done had a lot of people, like, hit me up, like,
Oh, they hit you on the bullshit?
I done hit a lot of them,
So you the case, so since you done took off, you seen some of that Hollywood shit?
Yeah, I done seen a lot of people not keep their word, like, hit me up, like, I'm gonna do A, B, and C for you, X, Y, and Z. Yeah, then the last person I talked to, Kim Whitley, she had bought the book, read the book, hit me up, and she told me, she said, you got a hell of a story. She said, well, everybody gonna be scared to touch it. She was like, it's gonna be hard for you to sit on people's couch because they ain't gonna know how to spend that to make the people accept, you know what I'm saying, that you home.
Well, you on this one.
Yeah. yeah. Oh, yeah, that's why, you know what I'm saying. I appreciate you, homie.
Man.
But motherfucker, listen to your story, you can kind of see where it came from, bro.
Yeah.
You said your pops introduced your brother to the plug, put you to the plug, put you on
The whole
game,
thing.
put you on, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cause I want to tell it raw. Like when I go, like I don't want to sugarcoat. I don't want to, I want to tell it raw, man. And you don't see that. You don't see too many. Like you don't see that low.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't see that. You don't see that.
Look, man, we got you some 85 South gear.
Come on, man.
I appreciate you, man.
I stop through here.
That's too real, man.
Yeah, hey man, you're a real ghetto legend, so you gotta sign the table.
I got to say that.
All the ghetto legends. Get that side over there.
Get that side over here.
It's on that side on facing Clayton.
Right here,
Yeah.
sit right there.
Let's see what we got going on, man.
Yeah, man. 85 South Show, Joe T. We out of here.